All right. Good day to you. Good day. Welcome to the Life and Transitions Experts podcast. I'm your host, Courtney Rollins, here with another podcast to help folks and families who are going through probate or estate planning or really dealing with big challenges in their life that may require some support from folks, professionals out there, and folks who are dedicated to helping people like you. I like to say that I deal with the property and the stuff when it comes to big transitions in people's lives, such as probate, um, which is settling the affairs of someone who's passed away. Because there are so many things that are involved with probate, and because at the State Pro Service we try to have a service mentality, we I quite often find myself sharing some of the experiences that I've come across or found in the probate process, helping folks, regardless if there's property involved or not. So today I wanted to take a look at some documents and forms that you may uh, need to use or surely use if you are finding yourself as a personal representative in a probate in North Carolina. Would love for you to hit the like and subscribe, particularly as if you have some folks who are going through probate. Please share with them so that they can navigate it a little more smoothly, particularly in North Carolina. If you have not gone through probate, I would love for you to connect with you to help you think about strategies for avoiding it. Probate is not fun, probate is public, and probate is long, and probate can be costly, and it could take away from your family's wealth that you've worked so hard to generate. So, and we want to make sure that you keep that. So, definitely connect, and I can hopefully point you in the right direction as best I can. So, let's look at some of these documents. The first one we're going to look at AOCE 100. That's the application and assignment years allowance form, which allows you or allows the spouse or some of the children from the excuse me, from the who are involved in the estate to be able to receive funds as dictated by the laws. So that's one document that you will definitely, well, not definitely, but you may want to use. And also want to remind folks that if you do go to the link that's provided there here, or go to my site, stateproservice.com, I have these forms for you readily available. Just click on download. So stateproservice.com/forms. I think probate forms, but I'll put the link in the show notes. All right. The next thing we have is the application for probate and letter. That is basically will start the process of settling an estate. So you'll have to make sure that you have, if there's a will, that you show that there's a valid will in existence. If there's not a will, then you or whoever has a vested interest in the estate can request to be the administrator of the estate. So if there is a will, there's usually an executor that is identified, and or executors or multiple executors are identified, and uh, but if there's not, then it would be an administration of the estate based on the laws of North Carolina. And please note, if you do find yourself the executor or appointed the representative or executor, it's not necessarily a role that you have to take on. It is a very serious role. You would just need to go through a couple of files to say that, or they would, some forms to say that you decline, and then they would have to find someone else to go through the process or be the executor. So know that it's not necessarily a responsibility you have to take on, but hopefully, if someone has spoken to you and they before they pass away, and you understand that this is someone who trusted you, and that they hope that you can s- take care of their estate when they've passed away, and take care of their affairs and settle their affairs for their family, so folks can continue to move on. Another thing is the collection of affidavit form. This is usually used when there's a small amount of funds called a small estate. And as of, I believe, 2012, if the estate is $12,000 or less, then this is what you're usually going to use. It's a slower process, or shorter process, not slower, shorter process. Doesn't require much, because there aren't as many assets and things in this space. So you may find yourself needing to use the AOCE 203B. Another form that we use also is the connected to the small estate is the collection by affidavit. This basically shows who took legal possession and ownership of the estate's assets. There has to be a way to zero out the assets and zero out this person's estates, and this is the form we use and the process we use to show that everything has been properly distributed or collected and gathered. And there's also the collection and disbursement and distribution form. So you want to make sure that along with the 203B that you have 204 as well, because this will show where this will show that it's closed out and that's the final accounting for small estates, and you would be free from your uh, duties or obligations. And I just want to make a little note here. I don't know where my can't find my cursor here. I see a little typo is bothering me. All right, so let's move on. You also need to one of your responsibilities as personal representative is state taxes. So you'll need the AOCE 212 state tax certification. This is used if a person passes away after January 1st, 2013. You'll no longer need this form though. So if someone passed away prior to January 1st, 2013, then this is actually a form that you'll use. And believe it or not, we are in 2023. That was 10 years ago. So there are some folks out there that estates are still open. Very far and few between, but and sometimes you need to reopen probate files that were prior when someone passed away prior to 2013. So you need to use that form. Um, but hopefully that was already taken care of a long time ago for folks. All right. Also, you need the AOCE 307. That is affidavit notice to creditors. This is shows that you actually did post the notice to creditors in a qualified publication so that all claims or all folks who have perhaps a right to make a claim against the estate have the opportunity to do so. And so this is the form that shows that you did that, and you would usually you get an attachment from the publication that goes along with this to show that yes, did run under the right timelines and stipulations that we have. All right. Then there's well, hey, where did the affidavit? Oh, there's the affidavit notice to creditors. I skipped ahead. I didn't even realize it was at the oath. This is also the oath that says that the personal representative will carry out the duties to the best of their abilities. I apologize. I didn't realize it was on the oath at that time. So this is real quick. This is what the affidavit of notice to creditors look like. What did I lose? Okay. All right. 403 are the letters that will be handed to you. This allows you or the personal representative to have access to the estate's assets, or even make claims, or have the authority to act on behalf of the estate. Quite often, you use it when you're showing it to an insurance company or a bank to show that hey, we need to get in this account so that we can distribute the funds or do what we need to do uh, to um, to settle the affairs. And then there's the inventory. The inventory is AOCE 505. It can be pretty challenging because you have to document every single asset or every single property that is part of the state, along with some verifiable document that shows how much it's the value of that particular property. And you have 3 months from the opening to get it complete. This is one of the more challenging parts. Um, it sometimes doesn't make sense. It sometimes can feel intimidating, but with support like folks from me or any other certified probate expert or a very valid family estate attorney, you can get it done. You definitely get it done. I've sat with many folks, several folks, and actually helped them go through the process. And we actually have some document or software that actually makes this a lot easier. Exec org. So if you want me to point you in that right direction or the direction there, reach out to me and I'll send the links and information to you, and you can decide on your own if that's the route you want to go. And then we have AOC E506. That is the account. When the state is ready to be closed out, this is how you'll show that all the assets have been distributed and all debt, of course, have been addressed first and rectified, and then the assets distributed. But you also on the this will show zeroed out. But you also need this following form, which is 521. Hey, where, excuse me. So that's the account, AOCE 506 account. But the receipt of distribution. So every single person, you'll describe what the item was, what the value was, and have that person sign off that they received that, and it's also notarized. And this will let folks know, let you um, show and demonstrate that hey, we passed this, we settled this part of the personal property, and this is where it's going to. So you definitely want to make sure you have that in hand. And also, well, that's 521 receipt of uh, distribution. There's also sometimes you do need to petition to open and reorder the estate. Sometimes there's more funds that came in afterwards, and now you have to somehow get that out of the deceased party's name and into the proper spaces. You'll have to reopen probate, unfortunately, and AOCE 908 is a document that you can use for that. All right, so those are 12 documents that you'll use. Again, you can go to Estate Pro Service. Oh, it is probate forms. All right, estateproservice.com backslash probate forms. Would love to help you out. If there's anything that I can do, I will definitely attempt to. And if I can't do it, I'll let you know as well. At any rate, this is Courtney Rollins, Life and Transitions Experts. Let your light shine. Take care.